Hello, Alex lead teachers. I just wanted to take a second to show you how to pull the reports. Part of our agreement with C licensing is each month we're going to pull the report, and more importantly, it's for you to interpret the data, implementation data, and see how teachers and students are using it at your school. And that's just a simple PDF that you'll email to me just for a monitoring piece. So first, you just got to log in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once you log in, um, I have to select a school. I'm just going to select a school from the drop down that I know has used it well in the past. So I'm just going to hit Stewart. And from there, there's reports. And we want to get the average progress report. So that's the one we're going to use for this purpose. There's a lot of reports there for you by teachers, so I really encourage them to look at those to get down to the individual students. But this just gives me a big picture how the school is using it. So we need to go, we started in August, so I'm just going to go August. I'm just going to hit the first. I know you guys didn't start that early, but it's easier just to click there. And then it's going to be September 30th. That is today, the last day of the month for students. And then we want to highlight at least this 10-hour threshold at this point. So we'll change that as we go along, but for now we want to use 10 hours. And so it'll differentiate students who have used it less than 10 hours and more than 10 hours in the report. And I'll show you here in a second. It probably is going to show a significant difference in growth. So you just hit generate PDF right there. And so it takes a second. So it says the report's being created. You always see the report in your ALEKS message center. So that's up here. So we have to give it a second. I see 33 messages there. I'll just wait till there's a 34. In the meantime, I just want to take a second and say thank you for monitoring this at your school. And I highly encourage, if you haven't done so already, to create or fill out a creative teaching grant or think of some incentives or things that you could do to promote student usage. So I'm going to go ahead and click in the message center, see if it's there yet. And it's here. And so I'm just going to click on average progress report. And down here at the bottom is the PDF. So once you click in, it'll just download, and this is what you'll email me. And so here's just overall. So these are all the courses at Stewart Middle, number of students in each section, and then the average time spent. So this is just like big picture stuff going on. And you can see the percent gains there on the right. Then it gets down to each course. And so here's this course. We don't have any students with more than 10 hours. Just a couple of students in that course. And so I'm just going to scroll and find one that I want to look at. Just here's a good example. So this is course 2. And so we have a student using it more than 10 hours, and then we have some students using it less. And so you can see the average growth went from 50, they started at 52% as their baseline, they're at 58, so 6-point growth, where those using less than 10 had average growth of, it looks like, just 3 points there. See if there's any other good examples here. Just scrolling through. Here's another good example. So this is a grade 7 RTI course, and we had 2 students that are over the 10-hour threshold. That's awesome. They started at 30% mastery, and they're at 62. And so you see those that use it less only had 7% growth, but they had 32% growth. And so again, I don't want students just blindly on computers all the time, but if we can ramp up the usage a little bit, you know, the more time they are on it, the more ways we find opportunities, like through, you know, academic lunches or, you know, homeroom, things like that, the better students are doing. And so that's the report overall, so I'm not going to scroll through too much because there's some teacher stuff there. So if you have any questions on how to pull a report, just feel free to email me. And thank you for making Pasco Math more awesome.